Hello everyone, I'm Bikramjit Singh. I'm Canadian immigration lawyer from B.Kay Law Office, which is located in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Today I'm going to talk about visitor visa applications. Whenever you apply for a visitor visa application, duration and purpose of your visit to Canada are the most important factors which will determine the final decision of your visitor visa application. To explore the purpose and duration of your visitor visa application to Canada, immigration officer look at most commonly asked questions. For example, what will be the purpose of your visit to Canada? Means why are you visiting Canada? Are you visiting uh, a friend or a family member or visiting as a tourist? The other thing is how long will you be visiting Canada? Means that are you visiting for a limited period of time, couple of months, couple of weeks, couple of days, or are you planning to visit for an indeterminate period of time? The next is what ties do you have with Canada? For example, do you have any family member in Canada or friends in Canada or any relatives in Canada? And if you have, what is their immigration status in Canada? The other thing is what ties do you have with your country of residence? First thing is what is your immigration status in your country of residence from which you are applying for your visitor visa to Canada? Are you employed in your country of residence? And if you are, what is your position? How long have you been employed? How much is your salary? And have you applied for leave from your employer? And has your employer granted the leave? The other thing immigration officer will look at is who will look after your professional and financial obligations in your absence in your country of residence. Let's say if you're coming to Canada for a couple of weeks, the immigration officer will look at that who will fill your job, who will look after your job, or who will look after your financial obligations during that particular period while you are staying in Canada. Uh, the next one is do you have a valid passport or travel document? If you have valid passport travel document, how long is the validity? How long your passport or your travel document is valid for? After that, how will you support yourself in Canada? Will you be staying with your friends or relatives or family members, or will you be staying at a hotel? And do you have sufficient funds to support yourself if you're staying at a hotel, or if you're staying with your friends or family members or relatives? Then the immigration officer will look at that whether it is common in your culture that people usually stay with friends or relatives or family members when they visit another country. After that, officer will look at will you be able to leave Canada. For this factor, immigration officer will look at the funds you have, your bank balance you have, and whether you have a return ticket to convince the immigration officer that you will leave Canada before the expiry of your authorized stay in Canada. Immigration officer will also look at that whether do you have any intention to work or study in Canada while you are staying in Canada. That will be also considered by the immigration officer to determine the decision of your application. They will also look at that have you ever been convicted or have you ever been charged of any criminal offense in any country before you are applying for your visitor visa to Canada. They will also look at that whether you have any medical condition. Do you suffer from any medical condition? And if you are, how long have you been suffering for? And whether your medical condition needs any social assistance while you stay in Canada or not. So they will also consider your medical condition in the assessment of your visitor visa application. Uh, Officer will also look at that whether have you ever applied for visitor visa to any country in the world before or to Canada before, and if you have ever applied, whether those applications were refused or granted. And if they were granted, then how long did you stay in that country? Did you comply with the obligations or conditions of your visitor visa in that country or not? They will also look at the most important factor that have you ever overstayed in any country in the world, or have you ever been removed from any country before or not? So these are some of the most common questions which the immigration officer will look at to determine the final decision of your application. If you have any legal questions regarding a visitor visa application, or if you applied for visitor visa previously but your application was refused, you can contact us to get our legal opinion or legal advice at 780-729-0007, 780-729-0007. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.